Hey, good evening everyone. In tonight's trading video, I want to take a look at a couple markets. We'll start off with the S&P 500. A bunch of questions after my last video in which I said my thought process is that we're going to probably start to see a decline here. I'm looking at a weekly chart here. The decline that I think we're going to start seeing was based off of a monthly chart. And we're just a couple of ways from the end of the month. We've got tomorrow and then Thursday, the 31st, and then it's over. I'm sorry. The 31st is Thursday, yes. So, if the month ends up like this, again, this is sort of indicative of shifting momentum. Now, 3 months ago, we saw the same thing here, spinning top. I think a lot of people would have thought the same thing. But again, I keep going back to the RSI, which I love to use, and I use it with extreme parameters, meaning normally the value 70 right around here and the value 30 are indicators or thresholds for overbought, 70 being overbought and 20 being oversold. I set mine to 80 and 20, so that means there's extreme conditions of overbought here, and you can see we're seeing that 3 times now, and combined with sort of that what looks to be, unless we get a big rally, sort of a candle that suggests we may start moving to the downside. I am not optimistic moving forward on the S&P 500. I'm not trying to be super bearish, but I'm not optimistic. So I'm cautious here. I'm not taking shorts, but I'm cautious on my longs. I'm out of a lot, and I've taken profits, where I should have. So I have small positions, but I'm being very, very cautious here. And based on what I'm seeing, I personally recommend that you should too, but again, it's just a recommendation. I'm not saying it'll happen. From a shorter perspective, if you look at a weekly chart, you can see here, again, same thing. At the very minimum on a weekly, if we retrace down, expect to move down to this support level. Interestingly, that is around the 5618 area, that 618 comes right into that area. So if it comes down here, I expect to see some support, maybe a bounce back up. It'll be interesting to see if it makes new highs. But if it comes down here, I would play a small long play off of this level here for a little bounce back up. That's all I'm seeing right now on the S&P. A few people asked me about Twitter. So we're looking at a daily chart here. It came out with earnings today. It's trading higher. I believe it's trading right around $49 right now. So this is a level where it's trading at right now. So you can see if it opens at that tomorrow, it'll have gapped up to that level. I mean, honestly, I don't really have a trade based on the gap. Now, if we look at fib extensions, we go from the low to this high here. You can see it'll have blown through the 127. The 1618 puts at around $50. So it'll be interesting to see what happens around the 1618 level. Overall, if you look at the weekly chart, and this is something you have to pay attention to, you can see that a gap up into that 1618. If I remove this line, let me just remove this line for a second, and I want you to take a look at something. That 1618 right there, I'm gonna put another horizontal line. Just okay. Now, if I go from this high right here, so I'm gonna measure from this high, right? Because the market went down, came up, and then boom, right? Now you had a little bit, but overall down, rallied up, right? So lower low, lower high, retrace down into the 5618, moving up, right, towards this level right here, boom. There's some previous structure resistance. I would watch this very carefully around this level. Take a look at this. If I go from the high down to this low here, right, you can see that the 618 of this leg, right, the 618 of this leg is not too far off of the 618 of this leg. So you have a little bit of confluence. It's not tight, but it's decent. So keep an eye in this 51 to 52 area. We could see a bunch of shorts piling on here, and you want to be cautious of that. All right. Other than that, honestly, I don't have any trades on Twitter. I'm simply watching it. Gaps are never really good for trading fibs, so we'll see. Other than that, you guys have good trading, and if you guys have any questions, we're going to be doing classes starting next week. So if you want to get in on classes, just go to ratiotrading.com and we'll be doing live trading classes. You buy the live trading course right here. It's discount for a short period of time, so you want to grab that. All right, guys, take care.